there is a chance you may have heard me say these words before. You may have even seen us take a cruise with Autism on the Seas once or twice before. I've tried to break down who they are and what they do in past videos, but not really good and clear. Let's do this better. Right here, right now. My name is David, and this is Coffee. Welcome to Coffee with David. Cruise ships. Let's start with the basics. Do you even want to go on a cruise? Maybe not, but I encourage you to stick around. You may learn something for someone else in your life that may benefit them. Or maybe you want to go on a cruise, but they are scary. You know, out in the middle of the ocean, nothing but water and a boat, sea creatures, rogue waves, sickness, nowhere to go if you panic. The fear is real. I used to have that fear. Everything I named off are fears, my own personal fears about cruising. Despite all these fears, I still go. You know why? I punch fear in the face. And of course I want to provide vacations for my family, including Braylee, our autistic daughter. She loves being on these cruises, and so does my wife Stacy. They're a way we can enjoy family vacations. We can go see different countries without the long plane rides and without a bunch of driving, I guess. You know, with cruising you get to go see the world without being put into a giant metal tube and attach rockets to it and shoot it through the air. You know, I'd rather just be on a boat on water, floating along. Can you tell I have some travel anxiety? I do. Just like we helped Braylee push past her anxieties about being in public, I push myself past my anxieties about traveling. When you look at statistics, air travel and boat travel is actually a pretty safe form of transportation, more safe than actually driving a car down the road. It's the way I see it. Thinking about that does help with my anxiety going on airplanes and going on boats. Okay, now that we got that talk out of the way, and you might think to yourself, yes, I kind of might want to go on a cruise vacation with my family, or maybe even by yourself, I don't know. What is Autism on the Seas? Autism on the Seas is an organization that provides vacations to people with disabilities. Not just autism. Notice I did not say cruise vacations. That's because they also provide their services at Disneyland. One of the more common misconceptions that we see about Autism on the Seas is that does Autism on the Seas have their own cruise ship, their own cruise line? No, they are an organization that puts their staff on to a cruise line such as Royal Caribbean, assists and helps families with disabilities have the most amazing vacation ever. What do they do? Well, before I keep talking, let's take a break. All right. So Autism on the Seas, what do they help with? From the moment you step out of the transportation vehicle onto the platform where the cruise ship is right next to you, they are there in their orange shirts waiting for you. They help you get through the whole security process, the whole boarding process, and in fact, they help so much that that whole part of getting on the cruise just seems like getting out of a car and getting into an amazing vacation spot, walking onto a beach or something like that. It is a very simple, stress-free, and especially for our daughter, long waiting processes and like getting through securities, things like that, that can build up anxiety, and that can start a vacation off on the wrong foot, which could lead to a little more dysregulation throughout the cruise vacation. Autism on the Seas is there to help in any way they can, and one of the first things they do is help you get through that security process and boarding the ship. You may ask, do they have a sensory room? They have a blocked off area and a conference room that they have all kinds of sensory equipment, sensory stuff. They also have respite times where they will take your person for a few hours a day while you go and enjoy your part of the vacation as well. But there's plenty of other times that you, like as a whole, one of the awesomest things about Autism on the Seas is you can, as a whole family, just enjoy this vacation stress-free. They have specific reserved areas for each of the shows. Any of the activities on the boat can be blocked off for just Autism on the Seas, so there's no line waiting. I want to also say, on top of Autism on the Seas being so awesome about helping with all the onboard activities and stuff like that, the cruise staff, especially in our experience with Royal Caribbean, have been so amazing with Brayley. It just makes for an awesome experience in a vacation where, I don't know, I just felt no stress for an entire week and thought, the vacation, except for when Dawson passed out. I just felt like it was a stress-free vacation. So when you get to a different country, you're docking, they can also be available for off-boat activities like excursion or respite time on the beach, things like that. The Autism on the Sea staff are also there during mealtimes. They have a specific area in the cafeteria where it's your own low sensory area. And another thing you can do is you can request a 1-to-1 at an extra cost, so you have your own respite person throughout the entire cruise. Not like they're with you 24/7, but you have that 1-to-1 every time that you're with the Autism on the Seas group or doing activities and stuff like that, or which we have done, and it works out so well. Shout out to Amy. We've done family vacations, we've done road trips, we've done flights to different places and stuff like that. Doing a cruise vacation has by far the best family vacation ever, and I believe that everybody deserves a vacation. And for families like ours, that can be a very difficult task to achieve at times. So Autism on the Seas makes that, they just make it happen. If you're worried about cost, yes, it's no secret, cruise vacations are not cheap. They do come at a cost. However, if you go to the Autism on the Seas website, you can see that they do have a place where you can put in an application for a grant for financial assistance to get on a cruise. When you book a cruise, you normally do it quite far in advance, and you don't have to pay for it up front. You just put down a deposit. You can make interest-free payments toward the cruise until the final payment date. For us, our current final payment date is still nearly a year away, so we have quite a long time to pay off the cruise. It doesn't have to be all up at once. We just set a budget and make it happen. I would suggest, since we're looking at this website now, go take a look at the website. There's a lot of great information about Autism on the Seas, and they're going to explain everything that they do a lot better than I can. Dun, 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 dun. Do you worry about maybe you're cruising along and boom, storm, hurricanes? Because yes, hurricanes, they're scary. They'll just go around. You know, hurricanes don't move fast. Your schedules might change and stuff like that in those cases. Nothing to be worried about. But speaking of storms, we had a dandy of a storm the other day. Tornado warning and all. Check this out. Some very, very grumbly clouds right now. There's a big storm coming through. Oh, that's a big lightning strike. I should probably go inside. Oh no, that's a bad sign. The geese are running away.
They're not running if they're in the sky, bro.
Flying away. Oh man, now we have a tornado.
Cats?
We'll call them when we get down there. You can go. We'll call them when we get down there.
Is her iPad down there?
Yeah, no.
Do we need shoes?
Just in case. It's not every day that we're all down here all at the same time. All animals, all humans. When there's a tornado warning, you gotta be safe.
If my phone goes off, that's when I'm worried about it. When it's like in my hand and it's like.
Which is what it did.
Yeah. And my watch.
You can see sheets of rain. That's so cool. So far it's pretty normal thunderstorm. I know. I am so obsessed with big storms. Just the power of thunderstorms is just so fascinating to me. So fascinating. Yeah, so far it's just a regular thunderstorm. That's hail right there. That's pretty small hail. That's okay. No damage with that. We got an inch of rain from the storm. Max gust 39 miles per hour. Not too bad. Not too bad. Our friends, the Mosses, with the channel Fathering Autism. I wish we could be on that cruise, but they partnered up with Autism on the Seas to do like an awesome cruise with Fathering Autism. Get that vacation, like have an awesome vacation with your family and enjoy it with a bunch of other families as well. It's just unfortunate that we're not able to go on that cruise this time. I'm hoping Asa and Priscilla, wink wink, decide to the next one they set up is the cruise that we have booked in 2025. Wink wink. I hope it happens. One can only hope. Accessibility in vacations is so important, and I just absolutely love what Autism on the Seas is doing to make those happen. And I'm sure I missed plenty of details about Autism on the Seas. So if you have questions, feel free to ask in the comments, or go onto their website, or a message if you have any questions for them. Otherwise, I really hope that someday, if you're really looking, it's the place to, it's the thing to do. I don't know if you've ever heard of cruise ducks, but they do exist. You find them on cruise ships. If you're on a cruise, specifically a Royal Caribbean cruise ship, you still may come across one of our cruise ducks that we planted back in 2022, nearly 2 years ago. If you come across one of these ducks, specifically one of our ducks, please let us know. That would be cool. We planted a lot of them, so I'm sure they're floating around there somewhere. Pun intended. Conquaculations, you found a cruise duck. Hashtag weefam cruise. And we'll probably play some more on our next cruise as well. I hope you learned something, and I hope maybe you got some inspiration of going on your next vacation. Maybe it's gonna be a goal of yours to be on a cruise ship. Maybe you've been on them already. Maybe you've already cruised with Autism on the Seas, ready to go again. I don't know. Either way, I hope that wherever you are watching this video, that you're able to find whatever you need to thrive in life. For us, one of those things that add to thriving in life is a cruise vacation once every few years. It's something that we need as a family, and it's something that we do for fun. I'm going to pack up my notes. I'm going to move everything aside here, grab my coffee, get rid of the coffee thing. Cruise ship can just sail somewhere. Oh, and I am gonna lay down.